to the TED Ed podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
So, man, it is our second show in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, I'm sitting here laughing and watching the comedy show. I think probably this comedy show is probably going to last for 4 years, so they have a 4-year contract to do this show, and it's full of.
Didn't we sign that last week?
It's full of all kind of acts and all kind of drama and and we don't know what's coming.
Accusations and accusatory. Because the governor is his fault. The reason why they had them fires over in Palisade.
Oh, they blame it on the
Pacific
governor.
Palisade. Tell you a quick story, folks. When I lived in California, when I first moved to California, I got me an accounting bookkeeping job at a manufacturing company over there in Santa Monica. And, back then, even now, they didn't pay accountants that much money. And it was in 79, so, salaries weren't that high. And so I wanted a part-time job. I didn't know what to do. So I saw this ad in the paper, and I went over there and applied for it, part-time job, throwing papers. And it was in Pacific Palisades.
Whoa, the place where they got the fire at, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gorgeous homes over there. I took the job, made $1,000 a month, plus, about $20, $40 a week on tips. So it was nice little money, at that time, because that was extra money. And, but it was 7 days a week, bro. And then after in the papers, you throw the papers at 2:00 in the morning. You gotta have it done by 6. I had 1,000 papers. And every day, every morning I got up, threw them papers, delivered them. I had a whole lot of famous people over there on my route. Ben Scully, Ronald Reagan, Sylvester Stallone, the comedian, Gucci, I can't think of his name, but it was a whole lot of people. And then the holidays, man, I would get like down there $1,500 in tips. Thank you cards. People in that area, when I used to deliver their paper, they'll stop me and give me gifts. Throwing papers in the border. Hey, I got you a gift. And then in the morning, there was a donut shop. This was my downfall. In the morning, there was a donut shop right on the corner just before I got go pick up my papers. And this guy used to give me a big old box and sometimes 2 boxes of free donuts every
Stale
morning.
donut. Stale donuts, right?
Day
Stale?
old donut, day old
Stale donut.
donuts.
Okay.
They wasn't stale to me.
Okay.
So I got fond memories of doing that because I would go home after I finished my route. I usually finish my route. It took me a while to learn it, but once I learned it, I finished it in an hour and a half. 1,000 papers every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On Sundays now, you couldn't do that because them papers like
Right.
that
Yeah.
thick.
I got all the coupons in it and
Right.
everything.
So, but I go home and have to be at work until 9 o'clock. I go home, I'll be at home before 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Go back to bed. Wake up at 8 o'clock, get ready. Cause I mean, I wasn't that far from where I work. 15 minutes. Boom, I was at work at 9 o'clock. So, and the reason why I brought it up because when you going through that place, you're going up in those neighborhoods and up those hills and everything. Those homes are gorgeous. Vince Scully, man, his house was immaculate. This one actor, I can't think of his name. He used to have a TV show on with this gorgeous looking woman. I can't think of her name either, but he had a gorgeous home. Ben Scully had like a 20-foot gate, and these people was very particular. You had to make sure that their papers were at a certain spot, and if you missed it, you got a complaint. And I used to deliver everywhere they wanted. It was there. So, man, I tell you, I've had gorgeous homes, and at that time, those houses wasn't even worth and valued at that time six, 700, 800,000. Now those same houses, were 5, 3, $7 million. Same houses. It's crazy. So those people have lost a lot of money.
Mm.
Hopefully they insured.
Well, the sad news is that the insurance companies and stuff and everything they kind of put a black list and stuff on California and Florida and a couple other states and everything, and they ran away from them trying to insure people, especially with California with all those fires going on there. So, but they got some crazy stuff happening and stuff there, man. I was sitting down there listening and had some folks that I know who still stay there, and I do business and stuff with them sometimes, and they were saying that man, that the wind is so daggone high over there that it all over the place, man. It blowing garbage and everything all out in the street and all kinds of stuff going on. People can't leave their garbage cans out, and the garbage sitting out there and it's blowing everywhere. And they trying to figure out how in the heck they're gonna get all that stuff and everything all picked up and everything because the wind's still blowing. Something very unusual happening over there. It's a very high winds. They said some, I guess a lot of times that wind get up to 100 miles an hour.
What?
Yeah,
Well, what do they call it? Monsoon. I think they call it the monsoon something. But that was when it rained a lot around about this time of the year.
yeah, they did. They said now it's dry. They say it's dry because they're not getting a lot of rain now.
Mm-hmm. So I don't
So
know what that's about.
it's yeah, it's a mess, man. They say it's the first time they've ever had winds like that and stuff over there. And why they having it, they don't know. I guess this climate change is really creating some havoc and stuff for a lot of people.
Hmm.
So, but anyway, they're having a bad time. They says power lines are going down, and didn't have a couple of people that I talked to said they lost power last night. So I don't
Well,
know.
the reason why we left California is because my wife was tired of the earthquakes at the time.
she didn't want to. She didn't want to be rocking and rolling anymore and stuff. How the earth was moving.
That's some scary stuff there, bro.
It is. I never been in an earthquake, so I wouldn't know. Yeah,
Yeah, we used to get them quite a bit. I mean, not major ones, but there have been while we were there several major ones.
yeah.
But I don't care where you go, it's always going to be something. Here we got hurricanes.
So you traded the earthquakes for hurricanes.
Yeah, in Midwest you got cold weather,
You got the tornadoes.
tornadoes,
Well,
cold weather. What they got in Georgia?
I didn't hear you. You got your mouth full. You ain't
What
supposed to
they
talk
got in
with your mouth.
Georgia?
We don't have nothing here in Georgia. There's a lot of heat. That's it. A lot of heat. That's it. But it is right now. It is unusually cold and stuff here now. The temperature and stuff, man. Today didn't even get out of the 30s, and that is highly unusual for this time of year. We usually it'll get down low at night, but usually in the daytime it'll get up to at least maybe 45, 50 degrees, but that's not happening. So we're having a unusually cold weather, and these homes and stuff down here are not built for cold weather. So
Right.
if the heat goes off, man, everything gets cold right quick. So you see me, I got my jacket on because the heat'll go off because the temperature then rose up, but then as soon as the heat go off, there's wind blowing and it just blows right through the place because it's just like paper. So I don't know. It's I guess we can deal with it for a couple of weeks and stuff until we get into February. So we'll be okay. Just have to bear with it and be prepared to pay some heating bills. Because a couple of times, man, that furnace don't even shut off. That daggone thing is going around and around and around. But luckily, I only got 1 month of it, so I can have to come up with a nice
The
little.
one thing I like about Florida, and it's probably the only thing I like about Florida, 99% of the time, I would say 97% of the time is sunny. Every day is sunny. You wake up in the morning, you got a nice sun. I lived in California. Every morning, you had all that smog, and then it'll burn off by 11:30, 12 o'clock. Then it'd be nice and sunny. Because usually it's anywhere between average of 70, 75, 80 degrees in California. But I don't know what they're going to do in California, bro. You know, I mean, you look at all of those issues they have now. You have influx of undocumented people. I mean, they got like 35% Latino there now. A lot of people left California, moved to Texas, Florida, things like that. I mean, the houses is ridiculous. You can't even buy a house under 600,000. I don't care what it look like, but they pay good. They pay good, bro.
Hmm. Well, speaking of undocumented people who are getting their estates and everything, it was kind of something kind of unusual happened, I guess, in the Congress and everything. They got a new law that they're trying to get through the Congress to allow uh, the clown administration to deport people, and there were 28, 28 or 48. I can't remember that number, but Democratic representatives and stuff who signed on to the bill to have these folks deported who are supposedly committed a crime or who they think that committed a crime. So if they even thought they committed a crime, they plan on deporting them. They haven't even been convicted, but if you done committed a crime, they're gonna evict you. You're going to be deported.
Yeah.
Which at first I thought about it. I said, man, why are these daggone Democrats doing this? They supposed to be sticking together and stuff and protecting folks. But after I thought about it and everything, I said, well, some of these representatives, I'm pretty sure if I looked at it, probably are in those states and everything uh, that Trump probably won and stuff in, and they figured that one of the reasons why he is now the president is because they people want those folks and stuff out of their state. So
Well, I don't know, man. I can't read these people's mind. You know, you don't know, but you would think. You know, the one thing me as a person that irritates me is I don't know the language, and these people, you know, they talk that language with each other, and and they be working and everything, and they just speaking Spanish, and you don't know if they're talking about you or what they're talking about. If you paranoid, and I can see that it might irritate a lot of people, and it's almost like disrespect, because you haven't assimilated yourself, what have you. Maybe you might have just got off the boat and only been here for a few months. I don't know. But these, a lot of people, man, is sort of kind of being resentful to them because I'm gonna tell you, we've had whole stores fire a lot of black folks, and you turn around, there's a bunch of Latinos in there. So, and a lot of them do a better job.
yep, and they work for less. They work for less money.
Well, that's the whole thing. They start them off at minimum wage, and maybe the other workers making $2, $3 more. Plus, they're getting benefits. They full time. It's all about saving a dollar, bro. That's the way the world is. That's capitalism.
Well, it seems to me that Ted, that somebody came up with an idea to do this crap, and it's not being well thought out because you
What you
got
mean?
the
To
fact
get rid
that
of or allow?
the fact that somebody that said we need to deport these folks and everything because they here and I want them gone. that was their own personal opinion about them being gone. According, and I'm pretty sure there are probably some other folks out there who thought the same thing, that, well, we want them gone. Well, when I said it wasn't hasn't been well thought out, is the fact is that they've been talking about sending these people home for decades. Even when Obama was there in office, they were wanting to deport people, and that was one of the reasons why he created DACA, so the kids and stuff can be able to stay here in this country, because the Republicans wanted to put them out of this country. So I guess they would. We're looking at them politically as low hanging fruit. It's easier to deal with them and denigrate them and everything, because it's just like the poor folks. They low hanging fruit. They're easy to beat up on, and people got bad things to say about them. So we're gonna politically use them to get ourselves into office.
Yeah, wedge issues. That's all it is
Right,
a wedge issue.
right. It's so I consider that as being low hanging fruit. But someone in the infinite wisdom and stuff and everything probably should have looked at this thing a little bit closer and stuff and everything, and realized the pros and the cons of it. They A lot of these folks, if they've been here for 15 to 20 years, they done contribute a lot of money, man, to our economy. So there's some value and stuff there. Not like the poor folks and everything. We talking about the folks who out there working, who taking these low income jobs and all of that stuff, and building this
Some of them
daggone
work
country
two
up.
jobs.
Yeah, and they're working two jobs. They building up this country. They in there cleaning up the bedrooms. They in there doing all kinds of stuff. They're picking the vegetables and the fruit and everything and stuff. And if they've been here this long doing that, they have contributed to your country. So if there's a contribution and stuff being made, then fine. Why to turn around and say, "Well, I'm still going to deport these people. I'm going to deport them all." And in that sense, there was no thought and stuff put in it and stuff and everything as to who are you deporting. They're just going out there and going to grab some people and going to deport them. Now they're saying that, well, okay, we're going to deport the criminals. Most of the people that are criminals and stuff, Ted, if they Hispanic or whatever, or immigrants, they in jail already.
There you go.
They in jail. They done
They're in
locked
jail
them up.
already. Or they're
So
getting ready to get in jail.
yeah, they done locked them up already. So the other folks who are out there and everything, hey, and I'm pretty sure there are a few gang members and stuff out there that you probably want to deport, who are Hispanic gangs and stuff, whatever. But you're not talking a huge amount of them and everything. Maybe 300,000 or 400,000. That's about it. So what about those hardworking folks and stuff who are out there, who are the not well getting to be the backbone of all of our black jobs, as the clown says, that's a black job over there. So it's not well thought out. It's not. And to see, and I know, man, that there are going to be some sad, sad, sad stories and stuff when this thing gets started. They're gonna be pulling people out that probably don't need to be thrown out of this country. That they're gonna be pulling folks out who got all kinds of good things to say about them. They've been doing this and be doing that, and they're gonna get swept up in this mess.
Some of them got homes.
Some of them got
They got
homes.
cars.
Some of them got children and stuff and
Some of them
everything,
got
or
businesses.
got good businesses and stuff going, and they're just gonna get swept up in this whole mess. So that's my point. This thing has not been well thought out, and somebody needs to come forth and say, "Hey, we understand this," because you saw the clown. He's using this thing as a political issue,
Oh yeah.
and we knew that in the beginning that it's a political issue for him. But now that you won the election, then maybe you need to back off of this stuff and everything and say, wait, hell, wait, we gonna think about it. We ain't gonna deport everybody on my first day. But he's got it in his mind that he's gonna do that because to do what he says he's gonna do, they're gonna have to create compounds and concentration camps to put these folks in. They're gonna have to feed them. They're gonna have to do all kinds of stuff with them and everything. They're gonna have to pay people to put them on the plane or whatever and stuff. So somebody is gonna wind up making a lot of money off of this process.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be money made.
There gonna be some money made, and them people are probably not the ones and stuff who are pushing this crap, who are calling up the clown and say, "Hey man, we're gonna make some money. We're gonna give you part of the cash and stuff, and everything, slipping into your back pocket to give your sons or whatever some money, and to get this thing started, so we can make some cash." Because if you're looking at this daggone thing, man, you're looking at a couple of $1 billion and stuff that's gonna be spent, probably
Oh, it's
more.
gonna be way more than that. Is way more than that. They already said it's gonna cost $80 billion to get rid of 1 million people.
Hmm. So back when he first became the president, they did that. They sent some people outside this country. But guess what happened here in Georgia? They got pecans to be picked. They have peaches to be picked down in the southern and the middle part of Georgia. They had peanuts that they had to get picked. And the farmers here didn't have anybody to go out there in the field and pick the peanuts and pick the peaches and pick the pecans or whatever they had to get. So what the folks did was they uh these knucklehead keep calling me on my daggone phone, man. What's wrong with these folks, man? This is some crazy stuff going on. I ain't never had this stuff happen before. I'll talk about that later on. I'm gonna finish up with what I gotta say. So what these folks, the farmers did here in Georgia was they went into Mexico and into them other little countries down there, and they brought them people over here.
What?
They brought them here.
Took
They
them
went
from
and got them. They went
huh.
and got these folks to come over here and pick their crops. But what they did after their crops was picked, they told them they had to go back home. So people didn't have a place to stay that they brought over here. So the farmers built shacks and stuff around their farms, and that's where they stayed at in these shacks. And they woke up in the morning, pick what they had to pick, go back to their shack. That's where they ate, went to the bathroom, clothed them, or whatever they did. It might have took them a month to get that stuff done. Once they finish up, they pack them back up and ship them back to their country.
Well,
And
they
no,
used to say,
and the state and the federal government never said a word about it.
never said a word.
Never said a word. No, that's how them farmers got to buy. Now they turn around there, and those were the same people say, "Yeah, we got to get them out of here." But when it came time to use them, they used them. They brought them up here, put little shacks up and everything. They stayed in these shacks, took care of what they had to do, and then they sent their butt back to Mexico or wherever they came from. But they paid them now. It wasn't a whole lot of money, but they paid them, and they sent them back. So they had to pick their crops on where they can do it. But all these folks here in Georgia, all these big highfalutin political folk, governors, everybody else, they knew this stuff was going on. They never said a word about it. Crazy.
Well, it's humane. It's inhumane, and because they used to have these work visas where they can come and work certain seasonal. They
Mm-hmm.
did it in California. They did it here in Florida, California, different places. And then they would go back to their country.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people stayed.
Well, these folks down there didn't have a didn't have much of a choice to it because they stayed in these little shacks and they couldn't leave outside those shacks.
Well,
They
I was
couldn't.
talking about like during the 80s.
Oh,
That's
okay.
reason, that's the reason why Reagan passed that forgiveness law and made all those people that was here already citizens.
Mm-hmm.
And so those people now are citizens.
Right, but
Like
they
it was
still
like
got yeah, but they still got immigration problems still going on.
no, but a lot of these people were citizens. He went on and let them become citizens. There's
Mm-hmm.
about 3 million of them,
Mm-hmm.
and so, but what they did was those family members of theirs snuck across the border. They had a place to stay now because my grandmama is a citizen now, or my uncle is a citizen. And he got a place, and I go stay with him. And they did that in California, and I'm sure they migrated to Georgia and Florida. I mean, migration is a thing, bro.
It is, and this country was built on immigration,
Yeah, it's a
and
thing.
it's the thing. It was built on immigration. It's just that the wrong folks are immigrating. They are discriminated against immigration. Now it's okay for his stupid wife to come over here and be here, her to bring her mama and daddy over here. They ain't gonna bother them. But the rest of them, we're gonna deport them. And guess what? That has been done, man. These folks are absolutely done gone crazy. All these billionaires and millionaires who out there who got all that money. My boy, old Jeffy boy, to curry favors and stuff with him because I know you saw the last video that I set out. There was a picture and stuff in the video of these folks with these money bags and they bring in they gifts and everything to King Trump. They bring their money up there, and they if we got to give him his dues. We got to give him the money, and it looks silly, man. That this if I'm a billionaire, I'm not going to give that knucklehead nothing. I got my money, so why would I want to go up there and curry favors with him? But this man decided that he gonna curry some more favors with Daddy Trump, Grand Poobah Trump, and he going to have a documentary on Melania.
Cost them $43 million.
More than that. Who in the hell want to see that whore out there in a documentary? And I say that word, WHORE, because she
You
is.
you said it. I didn't.
And well, Putin said it. If Vladimir Putin put it out there, he put them buck naked pictures of her out there. So I guess if Putin can say it, I know I can say it too. He just put it in pictures. He didn't say the words. He just put the pictures out there. So if he can put the pictures out there and nobody says anything, I guess I can say it.
Well, if you see if you listen to or read some of these commentaries and these things that these people do on these chats, they think she's the best first lady ever lived, and the finest, and the prettiest,
What?
and the most classiest.
What?
I'm just telling you.
I don't know who said that.
It's a whole lot of white folks, white men saying that, and women.
Oh, the white men saying that. Okay.
White men and white women. These people are delusional. This is why I say, stupidity, is a thing. Being, they take uh, their whiteness as I don't know what they take it as, but it's almost like, do you know what class is? Do you know what, people that have dignity and what have you? They don't understand. I mean, they do understand, but it don't matter because she's white. She's white. So I've just come. This is what I think, and I'm saying both sides. We were talking about it yesterday. These people, I was doing some research this morning, and I came across this thing, and I wanted to see, was it really true that 90 million people did not vote? And it's true.
Hmm.
It's true.
Yeah.
90 million people did not vote.
Look at the totals and stuff between the votes cast for him and the votes cast for Harris. They don't equal up to no 300 million people.
Well, 244 million, they claim, a little bit more than 244 million is eligible to vote, and only 150 million voted.
Okay, that's about right. That's
So
about the. If you look at those total numbers and stuff out there for her
it's
vote,
about
her
90
total
million
and his
people.
total, for his total and her total, that's about right.
Yeah. So the point is that when you have that many people that don't care about your own well-being, because everything is politics, Ed. Everything is politics. And the people just don't understand. These people just do not understand how valuable their vote is. And yeah, they got roadblocks. You're an American citizen, but I gotta have an ID, which I can understand them now because they have allowed so many people to come undocumented, to come into this country, and they living here, and they got driver's license and driving trucks and everything else, and they're not American citizens. But that's what they allow. Because number one, you're supposed to have an e-commerce thing that when you hiring people, you're supposed to be making sure that these people they're either on a visa, they got a green card, or whatever. But these people just let them in. They just let them in. This is done on purpose. This whole thing, and now they got a
It's
mess.
it's Ted is if it's profitable, somebody gonna find a way to do it. They
They
can
got a
hire
mess,
these.
bro.
They can hire these people, Ted, for a lot less than a regular citizen, and they know it. But these folks and stuff are sitting around here who are the employers, the ones who are taking their bags of money to the emperor and putting it at his feet, giving him his gold.
Well, it
They
ain't.
they're the ones who have promoted this stuff because their policies and stuff is to allow them to do it because they can pay them less money. And they know that these people have came across illegally. But if they got the paperwork and they got the things that they need, they can say, well, if they get caught, they got a word for that, right? Deniable. They can deny and say, I didn't know it. I didn't know that they was that way.
Well,
They
you
had
know, at
they
one
had the
time they was
paperwork.
getting at one time they was getting fined for it, but then they stopped all of that.
Yeah, but they can still say it. You can't convict a man because he didn't know if they got the paperwork. Hey, I didn't know it, but they did know it. But you can't convict them and stuff because of that. And so they done already made a profit off of them. They got to pay them half the amount of money. So they done saved every dollar that they give them. They done saved a dollar
Or two.
or two by hiring that person
Well,
because
here's
they ain't
here's
got
the
to pay
thing that
the other folks.
here's the thing
So
that's
it's
heartbreaking.
profitable to them to do this. And if it's
Here's the
profitable for them to
thing.
do it, they're going to do it.
Here's the thing that's heartbreaking. And I'm not saying it's everywhere, but it's pretty much. If you The first places that they put these people go is in the black community.
No, they have their own communities now.
Now they got their own communities, true. But what I'm saying is that the school system, they have accommodated those people that don't know how to speak English. All of that kind of stuff costs money. And it costs the American people money. It's a drain on the educational system. However, we, this country, we're not producing children, bro. We're not producing children. Most people nowadays have one, two, three kids, and that's it. We ain't producing like we used to, five, six, seven, eight kids. Them days over. So we need people to come in, but then they use this as a wedge issue instead of doing a real immigration reform.
It's not profitable, Ted, to do a real immigration reform. It's not profitable.
But
It's
but they don't care about these children.
if it's not, it doesn't matter. It's not profitable because they're gonna make it on either end. Somebody gonna wind up making some money.
You said it the other day. You saw these little 12, 13-year-old girls, and you said make probably boys too,
Mm-hmm.
trafficking.
Mm-hmm. It's going
So
on every day. Right now it's going on.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. This
Okay.
is this is what the deal is that a lot of these people say, hey, I ain't working in no fields. They'll hit the street. They'll do something else. Find some kind of way, get in good with somebody and work for them in their home. So it's about survival. They came here to survive because I was just looking at the demographics in Mexico. The lower part of Mexico is very upper class, a lot of money. But the upper end of Mexico is poverty. And that's where all those people are coming from. They only got 160 million people there. So,
You cannot blame them from trying to get out of poverty,
no,
Ted.
Ed, if I
I'm
was
not
in their
blaming.
shape,
I'll
I'd
be
be doing
doing
the
the
same damn thing.
same thing because
Be
I'm
doing the
trying to
same thing.
save
And
because
no way will I'll put anybody down to try to do better for themselves. And if they got another place they can go to, that's what they should do.
that's
Why should I
survival,
stay
Ted.
in
That's
a
survival,
country that I can't survive in? I can't eat.
right? You gotta
I
if
can't work.
you will not, and I know I won't, and I don't know any other person and stuff out there except maybe some deviant folks and stuff gonna sit there and watch my child starve to death, and I don't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do something. If I got to steal, if I got to rob, I'm not gonna let my child starve. I'm not gonna do it. And most of them
This
feel the same way. They're not going to let their child starve. They down there starving. They ain't got no way to make it some money. So they're going to come up here and try to make whatever little bit of money that these folks give them and send it back down there, because whatever they send them back down there is a heck of a lot more than what they got.
I don't even want to go there. When I was in banking, bro, I spent most time, a whole afternoon sending wire transfers.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I say,
Hey.
hey, I'm trying to make some money. Y'all sit up there
Yes,
got me.
sir.
And let me tell you, those people love me, bro.
Yes, sir.
They love me
Yes, sir.
because I was the only one willing to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Because those other people said, no, I ain't doing that.
Hey,
And I
man.
used to transfer,
They
after
got any,
transfer.
by any means necessary.
But I'm
It,
just saying,
we
it's a
got,
crime and it's a shame.
yes, sir. We got a few more minutes, Ted, here to talk here about some things. And I wanted to change the subject just a little bit. I was on the phone talking to one of my high school friends, and we got to talking about the election and everything that was going on. And just so happened, she said something to me that I couldn't believe. When we started talking about this country being a country of immigrants, that right there in the New York harbor where all the Europeans and stuff came through to get to uh what's the island? Staten Island is, yeah, I think it's Staten Island or whatever it is. They come through there or in there, and they walk, and there's a lady standing up there with a torch in her hand, and the lady white.
That statue wasn't white, it was black when they gave it to
They
him.
said that, but I said that's right. She said no, it wasn't. It the first statue that was up there was a black woman who was in chains, and I said, "You kidding me? You kidding me? No, it's not. Oh, yes, it was. It was. There was the black woman standing up there, and these folks didn't want these lily white immigrants seeing no black woman in chains standing up there in the harbor, so they took her down." They took her down. They tore her down.
It
And
was a
they,
gift from
and they went
France.
and they went back to France and told her, "You better send us a white woman." I said, "You lied." She said, "I can prove it." And it did. She sent me the proof that it was a black woman up there, the
Yeah.
picture of her. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna and the folks who see this daggone show I'm gonna take them beggars off of there, and I'm gonna put that picture of this black woman who was standing up there in the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
The irony of this whole thing is that this country has been full of all this prejudice and whatever against black folks.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. That's well here's my take on it. And it's more than what I'm gonna say, but I'm just gonna say this. You have a continent that's in Africa that have over 1.5 million people. You have millions of people over in Europe that's black. You have millions of people here that is black. And you have mixed cultures all around that are African descent, just like we are. That's the issue, bro. The browning of America. The question is that because we live in a class system, this is the problem. You bring these Indian people over here from India and Pakistan and all of that, and they just as brown as we are.
But their hair
They
straight.
live. They lived under
They,
that class
but
system.
their hair is straight, black, straight black hair. Ain't no kinky to it.
Oh,
Ain't no
it's
big
a lot of
lips.
them got kinky hair, bro. It's a lot of them got kinky hair.
Well, it's curly. It ain't kinky. It's not
You
kinky.
got curly hair
It
too.
ain't
I
that.
got curly hair.
Man, it ain't that. It ain't this stuff right here, man.
But I'm just saying, the thing what I'm saying is, you got more Indian people that's coming over here by the groves. I mean, they sneak it in just like everybody else.
Hey, man, this is the land of plenty, Ted. It's the land of plenty. They can come over here and get rich too. They ain't the only
And
ones
they
who can get
have.
rich.
They have.
They can come over here and get rich, and they gonna take once they get their little rich, then they gonna pack up and head right back to Pakistan or India or Pungchang or wherever they call those little countries, the towns over there, and they're gonna be rich, and they can sit back there and do what the heck they want to do. That's all they want to do. This is the country of plenty. They can come over here, get their money, and leave. Go back to their country. Because a lot of those folks and stuff, Ted, they don't want to be over here. They want to go back to their own country and have some money. And the fastest place to get it is right here
And
in the
here's the thing,
United States of
Ed,
America.
Ed, where you gonna go?
Huh?
Where you go? Where can you go?
What do you mean? Well, where can I go?
I'm just asking.
I can go a lot of places, Ted. Shoot, man. I'll tell you what I can, man. Shoot.
I'm talking about, do you have a home?
Do I have a home?
Yeah,
Well, right now it's here. Because
but I'm
my
saying,
my four
do you?
parents and everybody else was born here. So
I'm just saying, you don't have a country to go to.
yes, I do.
What?
I'm going back to Africa. I'm gonna be like Marcus Garvey. I'm going back to Africa.
Wait a minute. Wait. Well, Africa is what? 94 countries.
Yes, it is, but I'm going back there somewhere.
What country you
I'm
gonna go to in Africa?
my people. My
You
people
ain't got no
there.
country in Africa.
My people there, Ted.
They run your ass out of town.
My people there. I gotta go back and see my people.
They see your hot yellow ass and they say, "Who are you?" 7 feet tall, 7 feet tall, coming up in there. Who are you?
With my people. With my people.
I'm telling you,
Man,
man.
man.
We ain't got no place to go.
We ain't got no place to go.
We ain't got no place to go, man. Where
I'm
can
just
we go?
I'm just a whole mixed mongrel dog. You
That's
got
what
it,
I'm saying. We ain't
a
got
little
no
bit
place to
of
go.
everything in me. I got some Indian in me. I got a little bit of black. I got some white. I got some Indian and whatever.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't got no place to go, bro.
You got no place to go.
We ain't got no place to go. I mean, I don't. They might not want us here, but we ain't got no place to go. I'm sorry.
Ain't no place to go. Uh, uh, uh.
This is our country.
It's our country.
You remember
Oh,
when I did that thing saying this is our land? This is our land, bro.
hey man. I don't know. Ted. Shit. Anyway, man, final word, man. We at the end here. What you got to say?
Well, we are 2025, and we sitting here and we laughing and joking and making analysis or conversation about other races and people who's having their hard times. It's not funny, but the point is you have to have some type of sense of humor about it because it's miserable for a lot of people because we're in a transition. We're in a paradigm shift. I don't know what we're going to do, as far as the people, our people here in this country that's come from slavery, enslaved people. So I don't know exactly how we're going to come together. A lot of people are talking about that now, even more so now, how we're going to come together. But anytime we come together, you got folks that try to divide us. So I'm thinking the only way that you're going to be able to make it is that you're going to have a good family. You're going to have to be like the DuPonts, the Rockefellers. You're just going to have to build your wealth with your family. That's the only way I can see it. I mean, that's the only way. The Kennedys. You look at the Clintons, all of a sudden now they got wealth. So the point is, all I'm saying is that because we ain't got no place to go.
Hmm.
We ain't got no place to go. And so therefore we have to make the best of it and get along with each other and respect each other and keep each other and really protect each other. You know, you ain't got to be friends with me, but you know, at least you can let me know what's going on down the street.
Whew. My take of what's that? Ted, I'm looking back 4 months ago, say September, October, and I watched, we all did, we watched a man get up on the stage and talk some of the craziest crap that anybody could ever talk or say. I mean, absolutely crazy. And you and I both, we looked at him and said, something wrong with him. And now that they done put this son of a gun in power, we quickly forgot that what happened 3 or 4 months ago, there's something wrong with this man. He doesn't have all his marbles up there. And we're steady putting him on our television screen, and these new people up, he do a conference, anytime he do a
He was
conference,
on today.
all the folks is there, and he's talking that same crazy stuff, and we believe it. They believe in it. He gonna buy Greenland. He done sent his son to Greenland so he can find out how he can buy Greenland. If that ain't the craziest stuff that I can see in the world, I don't know. And why we still sitting around here drinking that Kool-Aid, I don't know. There's something wrong with him. And we need to remember that. It ain't changed. Something is wrong. I'm going to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be the Gulf of America.
And
we're
these
going
news
to
people is
we're
asking
going to
questions.
buy the Panama Canal. He woke up one night and said, "Shit, I want to buy the Panama Canal." And he got on the TV and said, "I'm gonna buy it."
We gonna
We,
make
we believe
Canada,
this crap.
hey, we gonna make Canada the 51st state of America.
he that thought that came to his pea brain, and he said it, and we sitting around there believing this crap, and And these billionaires who's supposed to be some smart people, they bringing their bags of money to this nut job. Say, here, take this money.
What is the world going on?
What in the hell is going on is what we should be saying to ourselves. And that's my take, Ted, for the day. I'm done.
And we just getting started.
He ain't changed, people. He's still talking crazy stuff. There's something wrong with him. Dementia or something is setting in.
It ain't just
We are
him,
not
bro.
seeing it.
Yeah, it ain't just him. I just went through the congressional, all the bills that they're introducing.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Congress ladies, Buick or whatever her name is, she want to get rid of what is it, ATA? Was it ATE? Alcohol, ATD. What is it?
The
Drug,
alcohol,
alcohol,
tobacco, and firearms. The agency.
firearms.
Yeah.
She want to eliminate that whole thing.
Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
And what they
I
do is
guess,
they
Ted, if your leader, if there's something wrong with him and he's throwing out this, oop, I guess the rest of them said, if he can do it, so can I. Come up with the most weirdest thing that you can think of and just say it, and people are going to believe it.
and the guy that's taking over the FBI, the one that got up for the FBI, he want to demolish the FBI.
Save us, Lord, save us. We in trouble. Hey, people, we'll see you guys later.